Good morning, children. Today's thought: small steps in the right direction can turn out to be the biggest step of your life. This suggests us that whatever goal we have set for ourselves to achieve, we should start working towards it right now and take up each and every small steps to reach towards our goal. And all these small steps will help us reach our goal in our life. With this thought, let's get started with our next chapter: plants, structure and function. Let's recall what helps us to easily identify the plants around us. Children, in the earlier chapter, we have studied that the geographical conditions at different places on the earth are very different. We find that living things exist in all these diverse conditions. When we live in a certain place, we adjust to the conditions there. Various types of living things have survived because of their ability to adjust themselves to the conditions in their surroundings. So, various types of plants are found in many places around us. Some plants, like grass, are short, while others are tall and have a canopy. Some plants grow underwater, while some others float on water. We find that some plants grow even in deserts. Moreover, we find that there is a lot of variety in the same type of plant. For example, there are different varieties of rice or wheat, different types of roses, and mangoes of different flavors. Some plants grow even without stems, leaves, or roots. These are very different from ordinary plants. So, what helps us to easily identify the plants around us are the parts of plants. The different parts of plants are the root, stem, leaves, flowers, fruits, etc. With the help of these parts, we can identify the plant and its characteristics. So now, let's try to understand the greater detail of plants. Structure of a plant. Now you can see here, these are the roots. Roots hold the plant firmly and anchor the plant. The main functions of the root are to absorb and transport water and nutrients from the soil. The roots of the carrot and radish also store food. There are two types of root. You had studied last year, if you remember: tap root and fibrous root. Right. The next is stem. The height, shape, and size of the plant depends upon the stem. The stem carries out the functions of production, conduction, and storage of food. In some plants, it has the function of reproduction. The stem gives support to other parts of the plant. The next part of the plant we have is the fruit. Fruits have different shapes. Fruits contain one or more seeds. The pods of beans and peas are actually fruits. The next part we have is the leaf. The leaf is flat. It plays an important role in the production of food. Leaves are mainly of two types: simple and compound leaves. And this one is the flower. This is the most attractive part of a plant. It is connected to the stem by a stalk, which may be long or short. A flower has a typical color and shape. The flower is an important means of reproduction. Children, if you remember, you have studied plants make their own food in sunlight, and such plants are called autotrophic. For example, the hibiscus, pomegranate, periwinkle, etc. Some plants like fungus, dodder use other plants for food and are said to be heterotrophic. And plants like the pitcher that we have just studied in adaptation, those are insectivorous. Now, you can see here the formation of root. You have studied germination of seed. When a seed germinates, two parts generate from it: radicle, plumule. Radicle is the part that grows from inside the seed towards the soil. It forms the root system of the future plant, and roots grow under the soil. The plumule is the part that grows above the soil as the seed germinates. It forms future shoot system and it grows above the soil. Now, if you remember, last year you had studied the two types of roots. They are shown here, the tap root and fibrous root. When you see here, what is the difference that you see? The tap root. In case of tap root, it is thicker at the base and then it tapers towards the end. The tap root produces secondary roots. And secondary roots grow obliquely and spread far and wide in the soil. Tap roots support the plant. Fibrous root, as you can see here, they arise from the stem. All of them. Let us further understand the taproot. You can see here it is thicker at the base and it tapers towards the end. It produces secondary roots. It has got root hair and root cap. Hair-like processes near the root tips are called root hairs. It has got a root cap. In the region of the growth of the root, the tip is covered by cap-like structure. And this cap-like structure, its role is to protect the root tip from the injuries. Now, this is all about a taproot. Now here, in this experiment, an onion is shown. If you keep onion in water, after few days, you can see roots developing. And what you can observe here is all the roots are developing from the stem. These are all fibrous roots.